Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. Today we're talking about a brand new Game Boy game coming out in 2021. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, this is a Kickstarter that has already met its goal. The game is called the Shapeshifter and it comes out for Game Boy this year. The game is being created by GameBoy Game. It's a one-person development company run by Dana, a solo dev from Barcelona. In terms of experience, this will be GameBoy Game's 6th game, so they have 5 other games. They have Where Is My Body?, Micro Doctor, Lunar Journey, Submarine 9, and Leo Legend. And apparently these games have been sold and distributed on a physical cartridge. That's pretty awesome. They state that the Shapeshifter is going to be their most ambitious game by far. One of their challenges is that they try to improve every game. So for this game, the main idea of the game, the graphics, the dialogue, the music, and everything related to packaging they consider have been substantially improved. They do have a picture of the box, cartridge, and instruction manual, but these are just renders, so they're not the final design. The Shapeshifter's slogan is "Become the animal you touch." And then they say, let's talk about the game. You are Elliot, an ordinary person who's going to spend the weekend in the mountains with some friends. All of you have fallen asleep in the open air near a campfire, but the cold of the night wakes you up. Or maybe it was a cry for help there in the distance. Who knows? Elliot meets a little elf who is asking you for help. Save the elf's world from the wizard's spell. Seems pretty generic. To do this, the elf gives you a great power. You will become the animal you touch. But remember that the power will fade at dawn. Hurry up, we do not have much time. Things you thought were simpler get complicated with every step you take. Nothing is what it seems in this fantasy world, and you won't think that the best of powers is sometimes hard to handle. Taking a look at the graphics, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. They're crisp, they're clear, they look really good for a Game Boy game. The story, on the other hand, I think that could probably use a bit of massaging, but at the same time, I'm hoping it's just meant to be lighthearted. Admittedly, I'm a little bit confused as to what genre this game is supposed to be. I see a mix of different ones here. I can see some top-down gaming, some side-scrolling, some platforming, and I also see point and click. This is interesting. They go on to state, choose the animal that best suits each of the environments, so it looks like they're giving you a sneak peek of what you can turn into. And I do have some questions here. First up, there's a ton of things you can change into, but I'm also seeing things like Daisy and Rock. Those are definitely not animals. So I'm a little bit confused here, but I'm assuming it'll make sense in the game. They do say it's an adventure full of humor and mystery, so hopefully this is pretty lighthearted and fun. As for the game length, they say it can exceed 3 hours, which is pretty good for the Game Boy. It wouldn't be the longest game out there, but it by far wouldn't be the shortest. They plan on having 7 different chapters, so 3 chapters by default, 2 additional chapters that were unlocked via a $21,000 stretch goal, and 2 more chapters to round it up to 7 if a stretch goal of $60,000 is reached. Each stretch goal pushes the delivery date to give the developer extra time to code the levels. So right now it looks like the delivery is going to be May 2021 unless the last stretch goal gets unlocked, and then it'll be June 2021, so just an extra month. As for features, you will be able to save and load your game. That's a huge plus. It also looks like it's going to have 2 different music composers, so hopefully the music turns out to be pretty good. Looking at the stretch goals here, and there are a few of them. The first goal is 6,000 euro, or about 7,200 American dollars, and that's just for funding of the game, and it's been met. The next goal that's been met was 21,000 euro, and that's the game extension, so the 2 additional chapters and a special gift for the first 10 people who find the Easter egg. So if you find the Easter egg in the game, you get a brand new cartridge for free for their next project coming out in October. I actually think that is really cool, having a little Easter egg in there. At 30,000 euro, that has already been passed as well, a numbered collector's coin with the Shapeshifter motive for physical shipments, free high-grade packaging protection case for physical cartridge game, and for 40,000 euro, which has also been met, I'll use the extra euros for a port to NES 8-bit, so this game will be coming to the NES, and that is pretty awesome too. And lastly, at 60,000 euro, the game extension, so the final 2 chapters. which I think this campaign is probably going to meet. Now, taking a look at the backing tiers, for €10 you get the ROM of this game, so not the physical version but the digital ROM. For €35 you get the physical version of this game complete in box, so that includes the cartridge, plastic case, cardboard box, inlay, and instruction booklet. And you also get the early access ROM. Moving up to €235, that's a bit of a leap. You get everything as above, as well as every single game in the GameBoy library. But they are pretty candid about some early games. They say that Leo Legend and Submarine 9 are their first two games, and they are not overworked. They consider them more for collecting than for a player, so I'm guessing that's a very polite way of saying the games probably aren't that great. For €270 you get all of the above, as well as a knockoff Game Boy Color. The knockoff Game Boy, maybe knockoff isn't the right word for it, third-party version of a Game Boy is the GB Boy Color, which has been somewhat favorably reviewed. And bonus points, I guess, for having color spelt with a U, the way we spell it here in Canada and in a bunch of other places in the world. And for the last tier, which is a whopping €600, you get everything we just discussed, as well as a special mention in the game. So they say a special mention at the beginning of the game with some graphic element inside the game, whether it's a name, portrait, brand, picture, etc. It's a little bit pricey, but I guess if you want to see yourself in a Game Boy game, here's your chance. As for the tiers that I think are worth it, I'd probably say the €10 tier just for the ROM. It's a digital copy of the game. You can play it on an emulator, on your phone or on your computer or something, and it's pretty hassle-free. But on the other hand, if you are a Game Boy collector and you want a physical version of the game, then €35 isn't too bad to get a complete in-box version of the game as well as a ROM. In terms of success, I don't really see this one failing, considering they've developed 5 other games. They've worked with physical cartridges before, and they still sell physical versions of their other games on their store. On top of that, it's already met its goal, so it's well funded and it's almost meeting all of its stretch goals. There are 47 days left to go with 483 backers. That's quite a bit. As to whether or not I'm going to back this game, I'm currently sitting on the fence. If I am going to back it, I'm going to probably go for the ROM, and that way I can play it wherever I want. I'll probably just throw it on my phone and have some fun. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. I thought this project was pretty cool. I'm a big fan of retro gaming, and I'm a big fan of new things for old things. So hopefully this project turns out pretty good. Let me know your thoughts about the Shapeshifter in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.